Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're not going to do anything. Today I'm just going to show you footage. Today I'm going to show you footage that took place in the backyard as a sign that I'm doing too many online lessons with Americans. I took some footage in the back garden before it was blown up. Back garden. And I was lucky enough just to hit 60 balls. Now, as professionals, I know that as golf coaches, we're expected to practice a lot, play a lot, and the reality is we don't. The reality is most golf coaches don't have time or the ability or the availability to do it. But I think when I just pressed record on this session, I didn't know what it was going to be. It was just me sort of messing around with the camera. And before I knew it, I'd filmed sort of 10-15 minutes of internal dialogue that I tried to voice to the camera. So effectively every shot I hit, I tried to sort of voice my feelings of what I was doing. And it sort of makes you realize as golfers that we internalize so much junk dialogue to ourselves, abusive dialogue or thoughts or feelings, that essentially we can get messed up quickly. So from a position of being a golf coach, I have a strong understanding of my own pattern, so I can maybe then understand what I'm trying to say to myself. I can maybe be free to do so. But the reality is the majority of us, we don't understand our patterns, and we can just chuck junk ideas to each other without even knowing it. You can go for a round of golf and you've hit 17 shots that you've been annoyed at, then you've put another 15 different swing ideas in there, and then you've had a go at yourself, or you've tried something else, or you've tried to think of another way around it. I think as golfers, innately we are and can be destructive. What we need to learn as golfers is clear thought is always the best thought. So try and think about the next time you play a round of golf, or the next time you go to the range, go into it with a plan, understand what you're trying to do, and try and keep those thoughts fairly consistent. Yes, your range session or round of golf might not go to plan, but it's not a sort of a freebie free-for-all now to just abuse yourself or internalize some chatter that is destructive. Now, I enjoyed filming this. I didn't really know what it was, but there was definitely an idea of dialogue going on. So hope you enjoy it. Any questions in the box, like, share. Cheers guys. Okay, let's hit some proper shots. Right, I'm all set up, alignment aids down, I'm ready to hit some shots. Got my swing arc here. I'm just going to voice chatter it, see what happens really. Okay, 6 iron in hand. I am just going to run some shots and see how we go. I'm not even going to think about it too much at the moment. I'm just still loose enough for my body. Wow. Take that. First swing of the day. I am 2.4 degrees from out to in with 1 degree face open. First swing of the day, delivering 19 degrees of loft. And I've hit that 180. Proper, right, good. Clubhead speed, 90 miles an hour. Tell you what, this is surprising me. I'm hitting target. What's going on here? So I can typically, if I don't watch it, it's a nice strike. I can typically, if I don't watch it, get a little bit short in my golf swing. And it's always been something that I've typically done. I've always had a typically shorter golf swing, a bit more John Rahmy. I don't mind that. I've always felt pretty comfortable with that. See, today my club path seems to be 4 degrees out to in. That's definitely me spinning a little bit. So even I need to feel today a little more quiet on my chest before I rotate. So that's the sort of internal chatter that I'm talking about to myself today. So up to the top, a little bit more quieter, stay a little more, I guess, close my chest before I can deliver it, and the feeling of delivering it a little more around my arc. So I'm just going to now move the arc to give me that representation of where the arc needs to be, not across, more this way. Yeah, so immediately I move my path 2 degrees to the right there. Perfect. So all I've done there is just give myself a look of where the arc needs to track. Such a good bit of kit, that. Yeah, it's higher up on my net as well. Yeah, that's come out the middle, that has. Yeah, that's much better. Smash 141 on a 6 iron's okay. Launching around 12 degrees. They're not bad numbers for me. Just under 180 carry. I just feel like I'm loosening up now. So now, for me, that felt like I was tracking a little more on the inward plane. That's my feel today, because clearly right my swing arc today I was a little bit more across it. What do I want to achieve from today's session? Just a little bit of, I guess, feedback, what I want to see. What shape do I want to see? Well, I know my bad one's left. I know I can get a little bit blocky. So actually today I'm quite happy to have a bit of a fade. So rather than me manipulating path, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back to what I know is my typical keys, what I do when I play well. For me, I've got to get the handle feeling like it's tracking and tracing a little bit more up, higher, and actually feel like the golf club gets a little bit more across the line. That's because every now and again I know that I can get a little bit short, left arm a little bit low, I get a little bit of side tilt, and now I'm really underplaying. I get away with it with the way that I release the golf club, which I will do a video about at some point, but this is all stuff I know I know my game. So maybe that's where this video is going to align. You need to know your game and know immediately what you need to work on. So let's hit a few shots where I'm now going to feel like the golf club is a little bit higher, a little more turn, a little more cross. The reason I do that is it makes me feel like I lengthen my golf swing. I'm not trying to get it across the line for fashion, I'm trying to give myself more time. Yeah, that felt nutted. Yeah, that was nutted. That is absolutely nuked. So I don't feel like my speed's there today. Oh, that's a 186 carry 6 iron, and I just feel like I feel like I could play that. I could hit that all day long. That wouldn't be that's fairly stock to me, that one. Club path there. I mean, that's fairly neutral ball flight. Looked like it turned over a few degrees, but that's more of a slightly 1 degree closed path. Slight 1 degree face. Same feel. That's better. That is much better. I like the fact that that's bleeding to the right. I like that. So that's club path 2 degrees from out to in. I actually really like the fact that my standard path today is out to in. So when I look at it on the camera later and I do my own analysis, which if I get time will do, there'll be things on that golf swing that I didn't like. There'll be technical positions in the world that as golf coaches we can get tied up in, we can get lost in, and we get a bit like, oh, that doesn't look good, so you need to change that. That last shot went to about 8 feet with a cut. Left to right, soft as a butterfly. I'm not saying that's better than a draw, in fact. I probably see the right to left a little bit more. But I'm not going to get tied up in the way that looked on the camera. If I can stand there now and hit 10 shots exactly the same, then I'm done. If I can't, I've got to find a reason why. And that might be the time to get technical. Wide. Yeah, little bleed. A little bit low off the face, bottom groove. 2 degrees path, 1 degree open face. Carry 184. Right, let's see if we can put some yardage on there. Ooh, look at him, he's taking his top off now. Definitely got a little bit that way on that one, and I didn't pick up any yardage. That was 97 mile an hour clubhead speed. I've hit the line though, so I'm not happy with that, but I've hit it dead plumb centre. Yeah, 176 carry, see, that's where it's dropped off. I actually hit it less there. That's fairly stock. Yeah, that's interesting. That felt like a bit of a fadey move, a bit of a drawy move, and it turned out to be a little bit of a fadey move. Because you can see, most players are going to have a degree of internal chatter. Right, I'm going to really try and shift one from right to left. Oh God, I've gone after that. So that is a 200-yard carry, and I felt like I was turning it from right to left. The reality is I'm not turning it from right to left at all. At the moment I'm a couple of degrees across it, if anything. I'm a couple of degrees across it, which is really nice to see. That felt like I was going to turn it over hard, but that was, yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, that's fairly stock, isn't it? So clubhead speeds at the moment, 96, 95, 94 miles an hour. Now I'm up there where I would expect to be, about 190 carry with a 6-iron. That's what I'd expect to be. What I'd expect to be it today, now hitting 30 balls. I'd expect that. On a golf course, waterproof, bobble at, first tee, no warm up. No, I'm happy hitting 6-iron. 165, 170, that's fine. A lot of my shots, I'm stood here trying to lengthen out my golf swing a little bit so I don't get too short, because I know when I get to the golf course I hit a lot of punch shots, and my stock shot then becomes basically a punch shot, which by default my golf swing then shortens up. So you can start to see that anytime you practice you've got to have a little bit of a mindset. I'm floating today. This is not something that I would advocate unless you've got a launch monitor, unless you understand your own pattern, unless you know what you're looking for. I'm having a bit of fun. So that is pumped. That is absolutely pumped. I think, so, wowzers. I've got to have 2 more after that. That's seen a whole different yardage. I felt like I hit the face then. Right, so that felt really good. That is flushed. Yeah, happy with that. What's that? So I'd be happy with that. Leave the range whenever you feel comfortable with, you're able to repeat something. I've carried that 191 yards. Launch angle's typically higher than I would normally want, 21 degrees of loft, which means I've probably, if anything, done a little bit of that. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have to change that. Feel pretty good. So thank you very much for watching. Obviously that video was never really intended to be footage, but as you can see, there was definitely a lot of internal chatter. Thanks for watching. Obviously like, subscribe, and until next time guys, I'm clearly going to eat one of them. Take care, see you soon.